So, catching everybody up on the Bonneville here. So, this is a Bonneville T100 that is being gifted to me, that we've been working on 2007. And the previous owner has told us that there is a bad fuel leak coming from the back side, or I should say the front side of the air filter, and fuel is leaking real bad right in here. So you can see we've pulled this is the air filter we've pulled out. That's how everything is sitting out here. We've pulled everything out. We've plugged where the carbs were lining up with the motor. We've got the carbs pulled out here. We have the air hose, and I'm sure I'm using the wrong terminology here. I'm learning myself here. It's the first bike I've ever worked on, but we've had to take the battery out. Obviously, the seat is off. The tank is off. We have the tank here, and we've started ordering parts and materials to do all the things. So we found debris in the bowl of the carbs. We have found, name it. I'll show you a little bit of the petcock here. So we've got really worn out seals, These were supposedly replaced a few years ago. They were brand new when they were replaced. These used to be filters. I'll show you guys the new filters that we bought, that are that don't look like that. They're not supposed to not have anything in the middle of them. So that's a problem. We'll clean all this up. We finally got some brake cleaner. And then this was the petcock that we that the previous owner had purchased. Obviously you can see the head of it is relatively clean, but this is the part that slides down into the tank, and is constantly submerged in the tank. And you can see there's been quite a good amount of corrosion there. So we're hoping that with this tank cleaner kit that we purchased, between that and getting the tank resealed and hopefully putting together, I ordered new seals, I ordered new filters, and hopefully getting all that put together, and then reassemble the bike. And then what we'll do is we'll run fuel back through the bike and try to see if the carbs we suspect that the carb float is sticking open, which is why it's leaking fuel. But with debris found in the bowls of the carbs, and everything else that we're finding here, we feel strongly that the tank is part of the problem. We think that's the start of the problem. We think that we have enough corrosion inside of the tank that it's pushing debris down into the fuel system, and it's causing the floats to stick. Which would cause too much fuel, and which would cause that's our hypothesis, right? But we don't know for sure. It's not like there was an insane amount of debris. There was just some debris in the bowls of the carbs. So we will see what happens. This is a multiple day process to seal the tank, which I will also post. But it is a process. We cannot just do this all in one day, and it won't make sense to put everything together until we've had time to clean the carbs, clean everything out really, really well, put it back together, make sure the tank is sealed. And from what I've read on this, and I don't know, maybe you guys can tell me, but from what I've read on this process, it's very finicky. You have to make sure that everything is dry, everything is super clean, everything is done properly. Otherwise, what will happen is the seal will not stick, it will flake, and you will have to start over. The previous owner also gave me a camera that we can fish down in there and kind of take a look and see if we can see what's going on. So I will try to do that and see if I can also post that for you guys to take a look at. But as you can see, we've got it taped off. We don't need fumes getting into the garage. And at the moment, we're just trying to make sure everything gets here before I start putting stuff in. Like I said, new seals, new filters. I also ordered a new oil filter, and we know for certain that there is gas in the oil. The float is almost a water type viscosity. It's so thin. As we're on a healthy bike, you know, on these little view windows, you can see sort of, you can see sort of the the oil level, and you can tell that the viscosity is much thicker as we're on the Bonneville so far. It's almost like water. So we will post more, trying to figure out how I'm going to do that with one hand, but more to come. That's what's going on. We're waiting on parts to come in. I may try to do the tank today.